Welcome back everyone. In this video we're going to discussing strings. String are a sequences of characters using the syntax of either single quotes or double quotes. Here, we can see three examples. First we have hello in single quotes. Then hello in double quotes. And then, what's nice about having both options of single quotes or double quotes? It means that if you have a single quote in your string that you want to keep and not have that end your actual string, you can wrap it in the other type of quotes, such as double quotes. Or vice versa. So, here we can see, I don't do that, has a single quote in there, but we don't want that single quote to suddenly end the string. So we can wrap the whole thing in double quotes. And we see an example of that later on in the Jupyter notebook. Now, it's important to note here is that strings are ordered sequences. That means we can use indexing or slicing to grab subsections of string. Because we know each character has a specific position to be in. And indexing notation uses square bracket notation after the string. Or the name of the variable assigned to the string, or we're gonna see lots of examples of indexing slicing in just a little bit. So, indexing is the term to use when you want to grab a single character from the string. So the way this works is that every single character has an index position assigned to it. So you start at 0. That's another important note in Python. That indexing starts at 0. So H has a corresponding number of 0. E has a corresponding number of 1. L2. L3. And O4. So if I wanted to grab the E, what I would use is inside the square brackets. I would pass 1 after the string and then it would return back E. And we'll see examples of that later on. What's also interesting about Python is you can actually use reverse indexing. So maybe you wanted to grab the last letter of a string. But you didn't actually know how long the string was. All you knew was you wanted to grab the last letter. Luckily, there's reverse indexing available to you. So you can go just grab -1. And it'll grab the last letter of the string regardless of how long the string actually is. Slicing allows you to grab a subsection of multiple characters, otherwise known as a slice of the string. And this has slightly different syntax, again it's going to be a square brackets because we're grabbing a subsection. We're going to be able to define the three parts of this. We're going to be able to say, start, stop, and step. So, again, this goes as square brackets with a colon. Separating each of these three terms. Start is going to be the numerical index of the slice start. Stop is going to be the index you will go up to, but not include. That's an important note there. And we're gonna really focus on that. And the examples we'll see in just a bit. And then step is the size of the jump you take from start to stop. Okay, so let's explore all these concepts. We're going to make a lot more sense when we actually see the code examples. Let's move to the notebook. Okay, let's quickly show a couple of examples of a string. Again, we can use single quotes. Hello. Or we can use double quotes. So here, I say double quotes with world. You can also have an entire phrases and not just be one word. So we can say, this is a string. So we have a whole phrase there, and the white spaces count as characters inside of the string. Now, something we should note here is that we can mix single quotes and double quotes. So, if I'm going to say something like, for instance, you're beautiful. So now what's happening here? Because I'm using single quotes on the outside. Only part of this is getting highlighted. The syntax is going to confuse Python. Because it thinks that you're trying to end the string here. When really, I'm trying to end the string here. So if I tried to run the cell, it will say an error here. Invalid syntax. What I really want to do is wrap this in double quotes. And that way, I won't have an error when I have this single quote in here. And then when I run this, Python has no problem. It says, okay, I get what you're trying to do here, trying to have a single quote there stay, and that's actually not part of the definition of the string. So, now, let's discuss actually printing out a string. So far we're actually just asking the string to be returned. And that's the reason we see in and out with these cells. That's also the reason we actually see the quotes in the output below the cell. But we can use the print function to actually print out a string. So we're going to say print hello. And if I run this, what will we actually get back? We no longer see the out in the cell. And instead we no longer see the quotes themselves. We're actually just printing out the actual string. And the reason this is important is because, let's imagine I wanted to say hello 1 And then I also wanted to say hello too. If I run this, what ends up happening is I only get back that last string. In order to see everything, I actually have to print out the results. So I will say print and wrap this in parentheses. Print hello 1. Then I'll say print and then say hello 2. And then when I run this, I can see the both strings printed out. So I no longer see the output. I'm actually just printing the results. Now something else I want to mention is that there's actually escape sequences. And escape sequences allied to kind of have special commands inside of your string. So, let's just go ahead and say print hello world. And if I run this, I see hello world printed on one line. But I can actually add an escape sequence. So it's going to be a \n. And what this does is, it basically tells Python, hey, this n right here, that's no longer the character and actually wants you to because of this / treat this as a new line. So, if that escape character there, it's going to say print hello space, then a new line, and then space world. So that's what we see here. Hello space and world. If I want a world to be lined up with hello, I could actually just touch it like this, run that, and then I see hello world. And Python knows not to include this letter n there because it's essentially attached to that \. So another popular escape sequence is T for tab. And if I run that, I'll get back hello tab, so for spaces, world. And we'll be talking a lot more about this. We discussed print formatting coming up next. For now, another built-in function that I want to show you is the len function or the length function. So this allows you to check the length of the string. So I can say hello and I run this. I get back length for 5 because there's 5 characters in the string. If there happens to be a space in the string, so I'll just say u r and I run this. Here we can see there's 7. So we have you space are. So that counts as the length of 7 characters in the string. Alright. We'll stop here for now. And then the very next video will pick up right where we left off, discussing string indexing and string slicing. I'll see you there. So guys, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more videos and updates. Thank you.